Welcome to the CheckBox Pro Series. Leading a school is meaningful work, but it can also feel isolating. In each episode, I, Missy Couch, sit down with a school leader to talk honestly about the important and challenging work they're doing. My hope is that you leave feeling more connected and equipped with practical resources that help sustain your career. All right, welcome back to the CheckBox Pro Series. This is our quarterly What's Saving My Life episode. So this is just an episode listening to my voice talking about all the things that saved my life in the fall of 2025. So for my fall, I count that as October through December. So that's my quarter. If you haven't listened to previous episodes and want to kind of understand what I'm doing, you can go back to listen to my other ones, or you can just start here. And because they don't build on each other, they're just their own fun record of my life and the things that are bringing me joy, or the things that are helping me stay sane, the things I'm learning along the way and that I'm happy about. So it's a pretty positive, upbeat episode. So we all know that October kick starts the sprint through the end of the year. It really does not slow down for anybody October through December. I don't know a single person who's like, they love the time of year, but they do not love the pace. It is just so quick and so many things, and everybody's trying to get on everybody's schedule before the new year for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what they're doing. This season, I try to really think through the things that are just making my life a little bit easier, but it also took a lot of effort for me to make this list because I had to be intentional about slowing down and jotting down things that were saving my life, which time is not the thing anybody has October through December. So for some of my items on this list, they're logistical. Sometimes it's joyful. Sometimes it's just for survival's sake. But I've got a list. I've got a list of 10, which is always my goal, is to come up with 10 things. Some of them are super small, which you will hear momentarily. Some of them feel kind of big and might have just figured out something that I will do on repeat. And then some are, like most are kind of right, fall somewhere in between. But all of them are real. All of them are things that happened to, that I've adopted this fall, and I'm glad I did. So in no particular order, because I definitely did not have time to do that, we are going to go through the top 10 things that are saving my life this fall. All right, first up, which I'm actually using right now, it is my USB port adapter for my laptop. It's just been giving me life. So I work part-time from a remote office, and on the days that I commute to bring my girls to school, and I love it. And I think my office has made a What's Saving My Life episode in a previous episode. So I'm still here. That is still working for me and saving my life. But what was not working was the fact that my laptop only had 2 USB ports. One of those ports was constantly and permanently used by my wireless mouse, which left me exactly 1 port. But I have a microphone, I have a camera, I have a light for the days that I need to have a little extra something, whether it's I'm recording a podcast or whether I'm having a meeting and want to look decent and sound decent in said meeting. And so for meetings with external folks, and if I did that, then I would have to unplug my mouse in order to plug in at least one of those other items. And I hate that. I don't like using a trackpad. I don't know people who do enjoy using trackpads, but good for you. But I like my mouse. And so when I had to unplug my mouse to be able to use all my other gadgets, it was really frustrating me. And I don't know why. I did not know this, but I discovered a USB port adapter for my laptop. So now I'm able to plug in that thing, and then all my other gadgets are plugged into my USB adapter all the time. And so also just when I do have to get set up for a podcast here in my office, it's streamlined it substantially because I have to plug in one thing, and now my camera is active, my light is active, my headphone is active, all of those things. And I don't have to, and my mouse gets to stay exactly where it should be, which is amazing. So that is a thing that is saving my life. And I don't know why I did not know about it earlier, but you tech people probably did know about it years ago. But for anybody out there who is struggling with limited USB ports, get a very inexpensive USB port adapter from anywhere online, and you will be glad you did. The next thing, okay, when I told y'all some of them are small. This one is very small. It is my Aquaphor. So October sort of kickstarts a change in weather, right? So my lips start to get a little bit dry, and that's not fun for anyone. So I started having Aquaphor within an arm's reach. I have tried though, like all the other like Burt's Bees and Carmax and all kinds of different things. And for whatever reason, Aquaphor works best for me. So I now keep a tube of Aquaphor. I mean, I literally, hello, Aquaphor right here, just within arm's reach. I keep one in my purse, any purse that I have. I keep one in my my vehicle. I keep one in my work bag. I keep one at my office desk here at my remote office and at my home office. So it is within reach at all times. So I don't ever have to battle chapped lips, and which is great. So if you are on the hunt for a cold weather lip savior, I suggest Aquaphor if you haven't found the one for you. So especially for people who actually have like swings in weather, which Texas barely counts, but a little bit. We have a little bit of swings. Okay, that was number 2. Number 3 is Orange Fitness Theory, what I will just call Orange Theory because Orange Fitness Theory is too many words. All right, so let me say this. If you've been around, you might have heard me mention that I do CrossFit, which I have loved and I still do. I've been doing it for several years now, and I have loved that it has like made me strong. It's like pushed me to try new things. It's given me a community. I have loved it. And also for any women of a certain age out there, right? We now know we have to lift weights. So CrossFit's been great. CrossFit as a whole doesn't love like running. I play soccer as well, but only once a week. So I really needed to start to figure out how to get some cardio into like in my running specific cardio into my life so that I could actually run for an entire soccer game. So that's where I found Orange Theory through a friend of mine. So she introduced me to Orange Theory during Hell Week, which is their hardest week of the year. And I don't know how I got roped into it, but she brought me. I loved it. I liked the structure of the class. I liked the positive energy. I liked the fact that you were really only competing against yourself. Like you look to your left and your right, and people are on their own journey. You've got power walkers, you've got joggers, you've got runners, right? Like everywhere in between. It's amazing. And I love that. And you just get to watch your own stats. You get to watch your own heart rate, and you just get to show up and move for the full 50 minutes. And they run a tight, like 50 to 55-minute class, which is great for a working mom who's like, I got to get to my next place. I don't have time to like drag this thing out. So I'm about 6 to 8 weeks in. It's been a really great complement to my already established like workout routine. I am super excited to see. I haven't had soccer because we're in an off season. So I'm excited to see what it will look like when I start my soccer season back up in the spring, whether or not this Orange Theory is like lending itself in positive ways to my soccer. But if you're looking for a workout routine and you need like a little bit of guidance, it also does. I really like it too because it is cardio, but it also has a strength training aspect to it in almost every workout, which is great. If you're looking for both, you can really get both knocked out in the same place. It is a little bit pricey, so I do recommend they running specials all the time. Like they have, sign up deals and things like that. So hold out until you find one of those deals running because it does make it a little bit more worth your dollar. So yeah, so Orange Theory, that's number 3, saving my life. Number 4 is the Notes app in my phone. So my phone, unfortunately, is with me way more than I would like it to be. But since it is, I've decided I'm going to make it a useful tool in addition to just, distracting me. So I've gotten really used to using my Notes app. The thing that I've really loved about it recently is they rolled out a new update. It's been around for a while now, but you can pin certain notes and you can share certain notes. So I have notes that I want to reference regularly. And then now I'm able to do that because it's at the top of the list. I don't have to scroll through a bunch. And then we'll talk through, I have a couple of shared lists with my husband, which has been really helpful. So for example, I have a pinned note for my What's Saving My Life list because I know I'm going to have these episodes once a quarter. I know I want to intentionally be thinking about the things that are saving my life. And if I have it on my Notes app and every time I open it, that's one of the top lists that I see. It makes me pause for a second to actually put something on the list and think and give some think time to that. So that's one of the notes I've pinned. The other one is my grocery list. So I have it pinned, but I also have it shared. So it's shared with my husband so that we both can add to it. And then it doesn't matter who goes to the grocery store, they have the same list and are able to just like check off the items. So that's been great. I have a notes list for gift ideas. I know I mentioned and shared last month in my newsletter my gift giving template, which is like also a really good tracker. I use that one. I do use that one all year round. I do, but it is in a Google sheet, and so sometimes just jotting an idea down in my notes app is a lot faster than trying to pull up and it's a lot easier to edit on my phone than trying to edit a Google sheet on my phone. So I have that there, and then I'll transfer stuff to my gift giving when I'm, at my computer. I've also recently pinned funny quotes for my kids because they're funny right now. They're like 4 and 7. They say funny things, sometimes on purpose, but obviously more often than not it's accidental. And I don't want to forget about those funny things that have happened, that they've said or they've done. So I have a note for that, and I just kind of jot down that really quickly. And then I will have it down the line. I don't even know if I'm going to ever use it. It's a nice little, hopefully moments of joy when I have, 16 and 18-year-old that may not be quite as funny to me. I can go back and remember that they are indeed funny humans and really bring a lot of joy. So I have that there. So the pinning feature probably is the real MVP. It's probably the real thing saving my life, but the Notes app in general is really great. It helps me just stay on top so I don't get buried. It's simple, it's free, and it just keeps my brain from spilling over because I do have just like a running to-do list as well on there, which is good and helpful. So, okay, number 5, Halloween season. Okay, here's a hot take. I don't love most holidays. Most holidays come with a lot of expectations. I am a child of divorced parents, which meant like every holiday came with like a jam-packed schedule, like including my birthday, right? Like both households wanted to like do something for your birthday, which is so sweet, and I love it, and it's great. But it just is like a very busy with lots of expectations. It's multiple houses, it's multiple meals, it's like all the logistics. Like no joke, my Christmas was Christmas Eve I had with the grandparents. Then Christmas morning, I would be at my mom's house and then have Christmas brunch with her side of the family. And then we would have Christmas dinner or whatever we want to call it with my dad's side of the family. And then we'd finally come back to my dad's house for Christmas night and have a Christmas there. Like that is a lot. There are people out there who go see movies on Christmas Day, which is mind boggling to me that is a thing that you all can do. So all that to say, Halloween's my holiday. No expectations. There are no rules. You can do whatever you want. You want to dress up? Do it. You want to pass out candy? Do it. You want to sit on the couch and watch scary movies? Do it. You want to do nothing? Do it. It does not matter. Nobody cares. So that's why I love this holiday. This year, okay, I had a little bit of margin, so I leaned into it. My neighbor and I built is the wrong word. Neighbors and I like decorated a haunted trail near our house. Okay. It was like not scary. It was very whimsical. It was lit up. It was a lot of fun. And people loved it. Like families would walk through it, just neighbors and things would walk like just along their normal walking path. But then I started to have people who like intentionally came to see it, which was really fun. So I got to meet new neighbors and just got to see people enjoy something that I did. And then, I invested in, which was really great. So that was like fun. I also this year decided I decided because my girls told me to. My girls wanted to be K-pop demon hunters. They also wanted homemade costumes, which was really surprising. So I did that. It involved a lot of hot glue, a little bit of sewing, which I don't really know how to do, ribbons, beading, all the things, hair paint, wigs, the whole 9 yards. It was really fun. It was really creative. It's like just tapped into something that I don't tap into very often. And for this year, going overboard felt right and good. Next year, it might not. Last year, it didn't, but this year it was. It was really life-giving. It was really fun. And so I'm hopeful that it will be, but it was saving my life to kick off like a very busy season. And for that, I'm really grateful. Like y'all, I got this really cute like cat arch. Y'all now know how much I'm like really love Halloween, but I got this cat arch and it lights up. And so it went over the sidewalk as like the entrance into the haunted trail. Every day I pulled up to my house And especially at night, if I, did that, it just made me smile. And it just was like, well, that's the best investment ever. So it is still assembled because I was like, I cannot take this apart every year. So it is still assembled and just like shoved into the side of my garage. So the cat stares at me every time I go in and out of my house, but also not mad about it. So, okay, number 6. So we decided to take a sort of last minute trip to the UK to visit a former student turned family. He's in the military, he's in the Air Force, he's stationed outside of London. And we sort of found out that, oh goodness, in June, his contract is technically up. So we don't quite know whether or not he will still be in London, if he's going to resign and then they'll station him somewhere else, or if maybe he chooses to get out and then he's coming back to the States. So, and we just looked up and realized we hadn't seen him yet in his space where he's done a lot of growing up and adulting on his own. So we decided to go. We wanted to take the girls. And again, reminder, my girls are 4 and 7. This was going to be their first international trip, and nerve-wracking. I was nervous. Is an understatement. I was just like, this feels like a lot. We're going to do an overnight flight. So are they going to sleep on the plane? Are they going to have meltdowns from the jet lag? Are they going to be able to walk more than half a mile? Yes and no to all of those things, right? It was, all the questions were swirling. Normally when I take international trips, which we haven't done a ton, but we've done enough that I know kind of the pace in which my husband and I usually like to go, right? So it's usually just he and I, and we cram a day in. We put all the activities, because I don't know when I'll ever get back to this place. Probably never. And so I like to just jam pack it. But I knew I couldn't do that with the girls, even though I wanted to try to just have it planned minute to minute. And then I stepped back and thought a little bit more about it and said, this probably is not the best tactic to take with 2 littles who have never walked that much, who one is barely outside of needing a nap on a regular basis, who thrive under structure. And so this was already going to just upset all of those things. So what I decided, and this is the thing that saved me, is I did not overplan that trip. I stepped back and I said, we're going to have 1 to 2 scheduled activities each day, just to kind of ground us. And that was it. Everything else was flexible. I had a list of things that we could do, places to try, places to eat, activities. But if I looked around and was reading the room and it was this is going to be a meltdown, what we actually just need is to get back on our train and ride back to our Airbnb, then that's what we need to do. So, we hit the parks. We really listened to our energy. I really tried to let the girls lead, and just being respectful of the fact that they are littler than I am. And they really crushed it. Okay. We walked 4.5 miles every single day at minimum. They did it with minimal complaints. I can't even get them to normally walk my dog around the block, and they walked 4 miles, and it was great. So it's saving my life because, one, it was just fun and life-giving, and got to visit with, that former student, and that was really lovely, but also just gave me a lot of hope for future travel with them. They really are just champs, and they did a beautiful job with it. And felt really connected, felt really special and meaningful. And I'm looking forward to future trips in a couple of years still. We're not going to do it tomorrow, but gave me hope. All right, number 7 is I have been rewatching Stranger Things, and October was the perfect time to start that. So we watched Stranger Things when it came out. The new season, when you're listening to this episode, it's already out. As I'm recording this episode, it's already out, and I have not watched the new season, but I was rewatching the previous seasons in preparation for it. And it was great because I would do it while I was piddling around the house, whether I was just doing dishes or I was working on little projects at night, and I didn't need to put all of my attention into either activity. So I would put that on, and it was familiar enough, but also definitely found myself rewatching it, forgetting certain scenes and things that happen. So I'm really grateful I did it, and will feel very prepared when I finally get ready to watch the final season. But if you have never watched Stranger Things, you should. It's so good. If you haven't rewatched it and have time to rewatch it, even just a few key, parts and episodes, it's a really good rewatch. It holds up, and I think you will have forgotten some things. So you'll be glad you did. So it's this season felt like the right time and was exactly what I needed, and it was just saved my life. Yeah, just enjoy. All right, number 8, purging my kids' clothes. So we get a lot of hand-me-downs, which I love a hand-me-down. I never wanted to stop, but it does add up fast, and it's not always the things that they like or want. And they're slowly getting to that age where they do have opinions about the clothes that they want to wear, whether it's, a particular style or, comfort. My 4-year-old is definitely in that comfort phase where she's like, this doesn't feel good on my body. So they've got some strong opinions. So one day I just like dumped out seriously every drawer in their room, and we Marie Kondoed the whole thing. I held up every article of clothing and was like, do you like it and does it fit? And the speed and decisiveness of 2 young girls was impressive. Like they held nothing back, and it was so, I mean, they just were on it. So do that if you're just like, oh, they'll do it for you. Like they will purge more than you think, than you probably could purge on your own on their behalf. So now what's nice is like everything in their closet fits, and it is something that they will actually wear. I'm hoping, we started a system where like now we have a donate bucket right next to their closet. So that way, the moment something feels off, whether we don't like its style anymore or whether it's just like not comfy cozy anymore for our body, we're just going to throw that in the donate bucket so that it doesn't get mixed right back in with the clothes that we do like. Because there's nothing more frustrating to me than like opening a closet full of clothes or a drawer full of clothes and then finding out like none of this fits or they don't like any of it. And so I'm doing laundry way more than I have to because we only have, 3 shirts that we actually like in rotation. So it's saving a little bit of my stress now because we're not arguing about why they have no pants, because I know that they do, and I know that they've signed off on all those pants. And so pick a pair of pants. Okay. So that was number 8. Number 9, return to the crock pot. So Texas finally dipped below like 80 degrees, which means like soup season is officially here. So I have put my crock pot back in working mode. Like it has been tucked away, and the fall is just busy, right? So not only do I want like cozy soups and warm things, but I also just like need the ease that the crock pot offers. So we will just like throw chicken and salsa into it in the morning, and by dinner time, right, I can use it for tacos or burrito bowls, or I use it on salads or whatever I need. So it's been really great. And then of course, like the soups and the chilies and all of those things, it's just helped take some of the decision making out of my life for these last few weeks when I just like need an easy go-to meal and it needs to be ready upon arrival. Like the moment I walk in the door, like I need it to be dinner time. So, and there's nothing better than like walking into my house when a soup has been cooking all day. Like it just is, it's just so good. It just fills the whole house. It's lovely. So all that to say is if you have any crock pot recipes, if you're listening to this episode and you're like, oh my gosh, I have the best crock pot recipe, please send them my way. I love collecting them. I like trying them because again, it's pretty simple. Just, I can dump anything into a crock pot. I can do that kind of cooking. I'm not the chef in our family, but I can do a crock pot meal. So that is number 9, the return of the crock pot. Okay. Number 10 is, and our last one is decorating for Christmas before we left town. So like I said, we spent Thanksgiving in the UK, and though it was like a frenzy and so much to do before leaving, I was already in that mode of like, go, 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 get things done. So I just decided to pull down all of my Christmas stuff and decorate before we left, so that when we came back, it was going to be ready. Like I was going to be able to come back and sink into Christmas time mode. So the day we pulled it out, my husband made us some cocktails. I put on some Christmas music. My mother-in-law was also there, and the girls and my mother-in-law pretty much decorated the entire tree. They decorated things around the house. And so by the time we left, it was fully decorated. And when we got back, all I had to focus on was like laundry and groceries. But I came home to a really lovely, delightful Christmas tree, and just like all the decor was up in our house, which felt just really refreshing not to have to pile on something else to do when I got back from being in town, and really all I need to do is recover from that trip. So that was a lovely hack that really worked for me and saved my season, saved my Christmas season. So wrapping up, right? This was my fall of 2025 list. I'm gonna give it rundown again, right? Number 1, my US port adapter. Number 2, Aquaphor. 3, Orange Theory. Forts, the Notes app, and specifically pinning the notes. Number 5, the Halloween season. Number 6, not overplanning trips. Number 7, rewatching Stranger Things. Number 8, purging my girls' closet. Number 9, crockpot dinners. And number 10, decorating for Christmas early. So again, nothing fancy, nothing revolutionary, but all of them are small things that helped me hold it together this season and just feel like more like me. So I could be kind to my people, so I could love my people, so I could get all the things done that really do have to be done with a little bit more joy and a little bit less stress. So if you've never made a What's Saving Your Life list, again, I highly recommend it. You don't have to post it. You don't have to share it. Just make one. It's like really good practice of just like grounding and just a way to notice what's working and potentially identify some things along the way that may not be working for you anymore. Okay. If there's anything from this list that resonated with you, please message me. I love it when listeners reach out. One of the leaders I work with, she called me laughing after hearing about my summer episode where I said that what was saving my life is my Stitch Fix subscription because I don't like to shop and I don't know what my style is and I don't care. I need somebody to do it for me. And she was laughing because she's like, that's so me. She goes, I have 3 outfits that I swear I wear to work in rotation because it's like the only thing I know or have. And she goes, I need Stitch Fix to do that and help me with that struggle. So there, it's fun to have people who are using the same things that are saving their life. It's just the best. So whether you are an Aquaphor loyalist, a crockpot devotee, or just someone trying to walk your dog without complaints, please name what's working for you. Share it, write it down, celebrate it. This season's really full, but it's also really rich. And I hope it can be a good season for you, or was a good season for you. And is, as we come into the spring season, that it's a good one as well. So thanks for being here with me. Oh, sorry, fall. We finished fall. We're going into winter. All the things. See, this is crazy. All right. Well, plan for your next quarter. Winter of 2026 is when you'll hear from me again. So come March, April-ish time, I'll drop another one of these episodes for What's Saving My Life, the first part of 2026. And I can almost guarantee that it will be the Olympics. Guys, it's coming in February, the Olympics. I just put it on my calendar because I had to Google when it was because they're not advertising it. That's not working for me. They need to start advertising this earlier, but the Winter Olympics are coming and it will be saving my life. I know it. So, all right. Well, without further ado, thanks for joining me. Happy holidays. Oh gosh, we'll be listening to this in January. I hope you all had a great holiday and a happy new year. And find those things that are saving your life. Embrace them, use them, enjoy them. Bye.